Alright, first is taking out that bolt, which we just did. And then you need to get it past these things here. Pull it forward. That's your bracket. Now we need to get this bracket up. I think before you take this off, you want to make sure your pin fits your new. Make sure you have the right one. Make sure your stuff is on top, because there's different alternators for this car. And then we gotta take off those two. We gotta take the belt off. You can use a normal wrench, but I just use a breaker. You gotta get it into that hole there, and then we drop that on the ground. And then we try again. I don't know what direction this is. Okay, we gotta go the other direction. Get our bar on there, loosen up our belt, drop our belt off of the alternator. And then we let our puppy tight again. Alright, now we got that bolt, and those top bolts. Alright, so you don't have to take these fully out, you just got to loosen them. So then this one's, so the bracket's going to have to come off. This top is it's a 10 millimeter also, but if you didn't disconnect your battery, that's going to be live. Alright, got the battery disconnected, and let's see how hard we can get this boot up. Damn, this thing's like baked on. Well, now that I have the battery disconnected, I could kind of pry up on it without shorting out. There we go. Okay. Murphy's Law. Come on, buddy. What the hell's holding it on? The rubber. There we go. What a pain in the ass, huh? This disconnected. You want to grab the clip way at the bottom there. Do those in the pocket. Busted. Okay, Mr. Bracket has an attachment to the screw. Okay. This puppy should come right the hell out of here. Through W1. I don't know if my regulator is bad or what. I mean, someone would say that maybe my ground there is bad. It's not charging the battery properly, but it's obviously running with the battery. Let's put the newer one in. That's the bolts. Wire clipped in. Make sure you don't got no corrosion on this puppy. Make sure the camera's bouncing around so people have something to complain about. Always got to give people something to complain about. Otherwise, they're going to find something random to complain about. We can't have random. We need to give them something to complain about. Okay. Let's get that on there tight. Remember, if you're going to be a hero and not disconnect that battery, every time that happens or I hit that, that's going to be bam, bam, bam. I'm going to be blowing pieces of your tools apart, which I'm not saying isn't cool. So this is the 200 amp version of the alternator. Supposedly I need to put a thicker wire on this, but that's not going to happen right now. I don't think I'm ever going to use that 200 amps. But if I do, the wire's going to get pretty hot. And this wire goes down through this loom, over to here, down there, around this loom and into here. So if you're going to put a thicker on one, you want to go down there and then come over. And you got to realize that the wire also goes down to your starter, but not the thicker one. So if you replace that, I would just, I don't know, I would just leave this over here. Maybe tape it up or something. But be mindful, this also goes down to your starter. So I wonder how this dictates how far forward it leans. Huh. Oh, as soon as the bottom gets tightened, that will stop leaning, I assume. Yeah. Or maybe because I got 230,000 on this car, and I noticed like over 5 years ago that when I had the AC on, the voltage, the regulator was not keeping up. So I knew either the regulator was bad or my brushes were almost gone. So I knew alternator was coming. Now right now it's basically not even charging. It's just sitting at like 12, 11. It's able to keep the car going, but it's really not charging the battery. No, it's the other way. Make sure your belt didn't fall off anywhere. Okay. can't remember if I did a water pump in this car yet. I must have at 230. All right. Turn the battery back on. Show this is as you see, it's a brand new battery, and it is sitting at 9 volts. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to need a jump to get the car started, and then our voltmeter inside will tell us if it is charging. Negative, positive, ease. Sport bucket seats. Good luck finding those somewhere if you want to retrofit. And here we go. 14 volts already. Yep, that is charging. Hell yeah. We are good. Let me disconnect the jumper. Make sure that don't get all that hot. All right, 14 volts. So we have solved the issue. Let's see, revving up the car. I think the regulator doesn't care that you do that. As if I was lower. Oh, let's turn the AC on. Max AC. Max fan. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen this thing say 14 volts or 13.8 in several years, and with the AC on. Wow. All right. Awesome. And my car is idling at the 1100 because I have the PI ECM in this car. So I get the higher idle. PAT system is turned off, higher shift points, all the other crap you get with the police ECM. Very good. Now let's check the voltage of the battery. Okay. See that same 14.2 coming in at the post. Yep, perfect. There we go. Alright. Just gotta keep my eye on this cable, make sure it don't go warm. Button this crap back up. Oh, the other wire is, the wire comes over here, around here to the battery. One wires off down to the starter, and the other wires off to the fuse box. And this wire is here because I have the PI ECM in here where the starter relay doesn't get. The PAT system engages the starter relay, but in the PI system, it doesn't bother to do that because there's no PAT, so you have to jump the ground to to the starter relay. Otherwise the starter is not going to work, not going to crank if you put a PI in there. So this grounds that relay to that pin.